sometimes, and most of the time, you guys have to get used. You have to get used to doing a lot of work without seeing any monetary gain, right? You have to get used to that. And for some people, that is really, really hard. Like being able to fight past that J curve and be able to say, you know what? I know that it's going to happen. I know that's going to happen. I know that's going to happen. A lot of people, when it gets tough in this business, leave. And I get it for different reasons. But Sakia was able to, stand the test of time, do this for her family, and persevere through any challenges that she was facing. So before we go on, you guys, she actually got in contract on the anniversary of her dad passing, which is crazy. I said that he was blessing her. So let's all give her some love, some light, and let's share that positive energy with her, because Sakia, we see you. We know everything that you've been doing over the last few months and the last year. So huge congratulations to you. All right.
Thank you guys. For
right,
you. Thank you, Elias.
Yeah, we got it. You got it. All right. So I'm actually going to turn it over to Cole Riley, our growth partner and specialist in Southern California. My man, I'm going to turn it over to you, bro. Have you bring the team out on the field on this glorious Monday morning. So Cole Riley, without further ado, big dog, let me hear from you.
Hey guys, how you doing? Happy Monday, everyone. So yeah, we got a lot of good stuff actually coming down here this week. We have Elias and the team coming to visit us Thursday and Friday for our Whittier and Irvine masterminds. Getting a lot of good traction here. So we have a lot of not only our own agents, from Irvine and Whittier getting really involved with it, but we have a lot of agents outside of Fast Team that are interested in what we're doing that want to come and check it out. Finding a lot of success in really just showing them, the culture of what we're doing, social media, really showing them a lot of, our sharing our coaching videos, sharing any of these videos that we've actually recorded, sharing these with our recruits. And they're really starting to see the value of, hey, where we're at, we may be happy, but there's something that we may be missing, and they see what we're doing and they're just like, that's that magic key that we've been looking for. So that's what we're trying to do. We're just trying to show everyone that, hey, there's always a little bit something more that you could probably be doing in your business. And when we can show them that value, it's a slam dunk bringing these people in.
I love it. I love it, Cole. Here's the thing, you guys, and I'm going to be humble. I think I'm an okay presenter. I'm not here because I feel like I'm going to do a fire ass presentation 3 times a week, sometimes 10 times a week, depending on the week. I'm not here for that. I believe that I'm here, and we are all here. Look above, look down below, look to the right, look to the left. I believe that we are all here because we share a similar value, right? These presentations and these sessions and these coachings are not about me, and I like to remove myself from the equation. Am I the facilitator? 100%. But I feel that we're all here and we all come together because you look at your brothers and sisters on this team and say, you know what? We share a similar value, and I absolutely love that. Because how many of you on this call have learned something from their brothers and sisters that are in this room? Just give me a reaction down below. Give me a hand. I promise you there's something on this call that you have learned from one of your brothers and sisters that will stay with you probably for the rest of your life. I promise you. And so that's what I love about these groups. I want to share with you guys a question, and I saw this on James Clear's page this morning, and I want to ask you guys this question. And it's an introspective question. Arthur, can you mute yourself, bro? Arthur Noriega. All right, there we go. I muted him. I want to ask you guys this question, and we're going to kind of recircle back to the questions that I asked on Friday. But let me start you guys off with this question for the morning. If you keep doing what you were about to do today for the next 5 years, will you end up with more of what you want or less of what you want? Let me say that one more time for you guys. If you keep doing what you were about to do today for the next 5 years, will you end up with more of what you want or less of what you want? That for me is a really, really powerful question, right? I'm all about the day. I'm all about the moment. I'm all about taking actions today. And so I'm curious to know, well, even if you don't want to share, that's cool. That's a more of a personal question, but I want you guys to ask that question. And I want you to get really, really honest with yourself with your own response, right? More. I love it. I love it. I believe more. right? I believe more. So I'm going to share some things with you guys that I learned over the weekend, and then I want to come full circle on the series of questions that I asked you guys on Friday. And I want anybody to chime in and share, and we'll go over those questions one more time. So here's what I want to ask you guys this morning, and Elias recorded me from over here. So here's what I want to ask you guys. Do any of you guys know who the author Eckhart Tolle is? Or I don't know if it's pronounced Tolle or Tolle. I see Will shaking his head yes. Is anybody else? Give me a reaction on the screen below. Give me an emoji if you know who that Tolle. Perfect. Thule, am I saying it correct? Thule? Okay, go. All right, so Will, you raised your hand first. Why is that an important author in your life?
Well, there's two very important books to me. One is Be Here Now, and one is The Power of Now. And it's kind of a personal answer there to give, but I came from a pretty troubled family, and I think that one of the biggest pieces of self-work that I had to do in my life was learning how to truly be present and to be happy with the person that I am. I think that I was someone, whether it was my time in the military, or I was a super young entrepreneur, or starting off in real estate, I always had a big chip on my shoulder. And I think I was always or never very in love with who I was at the moment, and trying to show my family that I was not going to be like a lot of my family members. And so I was really trying to be this guy, and always putting, to everybody on this call, I mean, you only have 100% of bandwidth in yourself. And Tolle taught me, it is really one of those aha books, The Power of Now. But when you're putting that energy into your past, you're living that past energy. You're living in that. He has a concept called the pain body, right? You can activate an entirely different version of yourself, who is the individual who is living in pain, living in the shadow of emotional shit, because you're not having your energy in your present. Are you able to enjoy your kids and your friends and the opportunities that you have in life when you're living in that past shadow or that hurt person? Or if you're trying to be someone more than you are right now? It's different to have goals and to shoot for shit. But if you're trying to live as a different image of someone because you can't live with the image that you are now, you're never really going to reach the highest levels of your success. So totally has changed my life, to be honest with you.
I absolutely love it, you guys. And I don't want to spend too much time on this, but what I do want to encourage everyone to do is just get a series of his books and just dive in. So on Friday night, we drive out to Oakland. We go to the Paramount Theater, one of the most incredible theaters that I've ever been in. I've been in hundreds of theaters. We walk in this theater and it is absolutely beautiful. And then the session starts. We get to hear Eckhart Tolle speak live. Well, he walks out, very short man, hunched over, very unassuming. And he sits in a chair and he just starts talking. He says, I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but it's going to be meaningful. And most of the time when we all go to sessions, when we go to see people, what do we expect? Someone's going to come out, they're going to, they're going to make us stand up. There's going to be some hype. He sat down and he just started talking, and he brought you in. You guys, there were so many things that I took away from it, but one thing that I want to make everyone, I guess, understand or bring awareness to, each of us, we all think too much. We spend too much time in here thinking about how things could be, how things were, how things will be once the power of just being present. And then removing the thought out of things that you're doing and just being present in that moment. You guys, one of the most powerful things that he says was, imagine this. Imagine how you would interpret a situation, good, bad, or ugly, if you simply remove thought from it, right? Say you went through some bad shit. Well, what if you remove thought from it? What did you experience about that moment? And I want you guys to really, if you have a desire to want to grow, to achieve more, to enlightenment, whatever you guys want in your life, highly, highly encourage you to pick up one of his books. I read an entire book on Saturday, an entire book, right? And it's absolutely a game changer because how it puts life into perspective. I don't have time, nor do I have the dialogue, be able to share with you and encapsulate that message in a very short amount of time. But I do want to encourage you guys to pick up the books, and just dive in. His name is Eckhart Tolle. Judith, if you can put his information down below. Now, let's talk a little bit about obstacles. And I love this conversation because how many of you, by a show of hands, have faced some obstacles in your life? Please raise your hand, raise them high, give me an emoji. We've all faced some level of obstacles in our life. What I want to do is I want to congratulate each and every one of you for every single obstacle, trial, and tribulation that you have in your life now and you will be facing in the coming years. I want to congratulate you. Here's why. A lot of us watch sports. Now, Chris Barcenas, his son, is a star athlete. He's a running back. We don't necessarily want to watch a star athlete go out and play football and just every time he gets the ball, he scores. You know why we're attracted to that game and why we're attracted to sports and why we're attracted to football per se is because when that person gets the ball, what do they have in front of them? They have defense, and that defense is standing in the way of them doing what? Of them scoring. So we get excited to see that person overcome what? Obstacles, right? When Chris's son dodges 6 dudes, jumps over another dude, spins out of a move, and then scores and dives into the end zone. If he would have just been handed the ball and everyone says, here, right this way, sir, it's not that fucking exciting to watch. And I want you to stay with me on this point here. We all have defense in life. What we get to do is we get to be excited about the obstacles that we face in our life. I'm fucking excited about where I'm at. Is it challenging helping Kenny run this company? Is it challenging being a leader? Is it challenging facing market conditions? Is it challenging trying to take an agent who has never sold a thing in their life and helping them gain the skills that they need to go and close multiple deals in their life and change their family's life? That shit is a fucking obstacle and it's hard. It's really, really hard. But guess what? I get to do this. I get to do this. So you have to start embracing every single obstacle that you have in your life and saying, you know what? Man, I'm excited about this. What am I going to learn about myself? What am I going to achieve? Who am I going to become by overcoming this obstacle? Obstacles are excitement. What I refuse in my life is I refuse to let anything, any obstacle, any trial, any tribulation be an excuse to my family why we're not going to eat. I refuse that. I love my family. I love Amanda. I love Silas. I love Lily. I love Larissa. I love Kai. I love my mom. I love my stepdad. I love them way too much to let any obstacles say like, well, dad had some obstacles. I couldn't face them. And now here we are living in squander. Fuck that. And excuse my language if there's kids on the line today, Uncle E cusses once in a while. I'm fired up because I spent 2 hours on the road this morning, learning, listening, feeding my own mind this morning so I could deliver for you guys. Don't make excuses for the trials and tribulations. Think about the gift that all of you guys have in your own life. Each of you have a gift. It's whether or not you're tapping into that and building on that gift. I never knew that I was going to be where I'm at in my career, but I always knew I had a gift. I always knew I could connect with people. So what I've done is I've worked years and years and years to improve on that gift. So everything that you guys need and want to contribute to the world, it's within you. So play your hand. Whether you are facing challenges, whether you come from a tough upbringing, whether you come from rich parents, whatever the hand that was dealt to you, play that hand. And it's your opportunity to say, you know what, how am I going to do this? How am I going to face this? How am I going to get around this obstacle? Be excited about the obstacles that you have in your life. Don't let it freeze you. Don't let it freeze you. Chris, what's your son's name? Jalen?
Yeah, Jalen.
Be like Jalen. Jalen is moving and doing all kinds of crazy stuff on the field. He is faced with obstacles. Life is going to hit you with defense, right? It's how are you going to navigate around that defense? So I want you guys just to be conscious. I wanted you guys to be aware this morning. Motivation isn't about me saying some cool shit that's going to motivate you. No, motivation should come from within and then allow you the ability to go and do something different in your life. One more thing I want to share with you before I turn the mic over to you guys. And this hit home for me. Stop trying to reach a goal, okay? A goal is something that we're trying to achieve constantly. And most of us, we have a goal that is attached to something monetarily, right? I want to reach this. I want to buy this. I want to have this. Well, that's all good and well, but I think that there's more power in the internal goals of being the best person that we can have, being the man or woman of character, being that person that has really changed other people's lives. And I want you guys to really think about that. A lot of times people say, and I heard this on a podcast today, well, I want to make 7 figures, right? There's a lot of 7-figure people out there that aren't 7-figure husbands. There's a lot of 7-figure people out there that aren't 7-figure parents, wives, husbands, family member, right? So do you want to be Superman and Wonder Woman? Absolutely. But I don't want for you to just be Wonder Woman and Superman while you guys are out here on the field selling real estate and helping families. I want Will to be a Superman at home. I want him to be a Superman of value, of virtue, of gratitude. That right there, those are the real goals, right? Those are the real goals. Do I want to make millions and travel the world? Absolutely. But I want my family to look at me as a millionaire dad. Think about that. I want your family to look at you and say, Adrian, God, like you are just a millionaire mom, like no money attached to that. When we think about our goals, you guys, the goals is not just, oh, I want to make something monetarily. Like you guys, I'm filled with emotion today, filled with emotion. Be that 6-figure, 7-figure person to your family. Like, how are you showing up? And are you making excuses for the reasons why you're not succeeding in this business? Everything that you need is within you. Just go out there and share your damn gift with the world and stop letting excuses creep in. I'm not, well, no, I can't do that. Oh, I don't have that. Oh, I don't know what to say. Oh, I don't have the right tech tools. I don't have business cards. I don't fucking care. Every time I go to a social event, you have a business card? No. Guess what I have? Instagram. Let's connect. I never give out business cards, ever. I had somebody tell me that they can't grow their business because they didn't have business cards. I said, what? You don't have a business card? So I'm on one this morning, and I'm on one about being the best humans that we could possibly be. I'm on one this morning because I'm excited about life, and I'm excited about what's to come. And I'm excited about not making any excuses about what we're doing in our lives. If you're coming to coaching, then show me your receipts. And this is what I mean by that. Go out there and take some action. Go out there and do something that you've never done. Go and do what Joellen's doing. Go do what Will's doing. Go do what Adrian's doing. Go do what Chris is doing. Go do what Darius and Donald are doing. Just go and take massive action. I don't know how many times I got to say that, but you know who deserves it? Those little ones in your life, the older ones in your life, the mom that no matter what you do, mijo, I love you, that just looks at you with so much admiration. All I want to do is retire my mom. That's it. We're going to Southern California this week. I rented a house for 3 days, this beautiful Craftsman. Why? Because I want my mom to come up and see the baby. I'm not even going to be there. I'm going to be working, but she'll be there. I'm all about just making sure that she has a good life. So I want to share that sentiment with you guys. And I want to open the mic up to you guys. Thoughts around this is that your goals should be internal goals. They should be character goals. They should be principle goals. They should be value goals. Because I promise you, if you stay true to all of those internal goals, guess what will happen externally? You'll reach the things that you want to reach. I promise you. Promise you. Everything starts from within. Any thoughts? Any dialogue? Anybody want to grab the mic and chime in? I'd love to hear from you guys. I don't want to be the only one talking because you know I can go on and on. But if I can get you guys to chime in, I would love that. Anybody have something to say? You know, anybody want to share? Anyone want to?
Hey, good morning. Jeff,
Hey,
same time. What's up, bro? You got it.
Oh, yeah. What I was just going to say was it reminds me of, I don't know if I got it from a book, a podcast. I got it from somewhere, but this is something that I've always said on. It was something that I talked to my brother while he was going through addiction, was the difference between primary greatness and secondary greatness. So a lot of us and myself included, and just in general in society, we chase secondary greatness. So we're always chasing the Benz, the big house, the this, the that. But a lot of times we don't set those foundational things that are the solidified in primary greatness. That's who you are when you show up. What do you show up as? Those type of things. And so that's where you can have, I say you can have your kingdom built on solid rock and solidness, or you can have it built on sand. And when you don't have it built on solid rock, that's where you don't have your primary greatness. So right now, it's easy for all those things that you get, the bins, the big house, all those things to slip through your hands easily because you haven't solidified primary greatness. So it just reminds me of that.
Dude, I absolutely love how you just put that. I absolutely love it because, well, let's go to Damian and we'll share some thoughts with you. But Damian, you had a thought, and Jeff, really appreciate you saying this.
Yeah,
Damian,
I mean, to Jeff's point about primary greatness, like Tim Grover mentioned in his book about goals and what you just mentioned, it's not that you just set a goal, you achieve it, and then it's over. It's perpetual. Like your whole life is dedicated to being this person that you feel and say that you are. So the goal setting and the achievements never end. Is about that foundation and continuing to build on it. So I like that point that you said, and yeah, what Jeff just said was spot on for sure.
Because at the end of the day, you guys, all the money and that stuff doesn't matter. Like, I want us all to be people of virtue and be remembered for way bigger things than just selling real estate. And I think that that's really the message of this. Joellen, you had your hand up.
I just have like a little situation that I can share that happened to me this weekend that almost made me like stop for a second and think like, what am I doing? Because somebody tried to hate on me at an event that I was at this weekend. And I was going around getting leads because I was raffling off a dinner for 4, pizza, soda, salad. I got 107 leads, literally. And I looked back to these people and I said, oh, did you want to enter the raffle? And the lady took a drink of water, got up and walked away and gave me the meanest, ugly face. And I was like, okay. And their friends had just filled it out. And then I looked at her husband. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess maybe you guys don't want to do this. He's all, no, I just used to be a realtor. I know what you're doing. I said, oh yeah, I'm a big sponsor out here at Oak Creek and I love giving back to this community because we're a big BMX family. And then he looked at me like, okay, and walked away, well, kind of stood to the side. Next thing you know, 2 people came up to me. Oh my God, Joellen, you're doing so good out here in real estate. You're killing it in this area. You move up here, now look at this. You're like a huge track sponsor. And I'm like, out of nowhere. So those people got to hear that. And like, I was like, oh crap. Okay. Thank you. And I told my husband at first, they almost stopped me. And I was like, hell no, I'm going to keep doing what I'm going to do, you know? And I did it.
And you know, here's the thing. It's because you're operating off of principle. You're operating off of values. Why Joellen is out there is not just because she wants to get the leads. She wants to contribute to an organization and something that her family's into. And why not market to those people? So it's rooted in your core values to serve and contribute. And what is the byproduct? Yeah, I'm a real estate agent. I'm sorry your business didn't grow because you're a dog shit agent. I'm going to be around in 10 years. Sorry.
It was so cool to see their family come up and say that to me in front of them. I was like, oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, I absolutely love that because they're just mad, right? Because they're mad that you're doing things that they never were able to do because their lead generation was bullshit. They went and joined a tennis club and they never played tennis in their life. And they're trying to show them like, hey, you want to buy real estate? I also play tennis. No, because it was fake. Right. So
keep going. Don't let anybody get in your head because that could have stopped me, you know, but I was just like, whatever, just kept going.
I love it. I love it. Awesome. Anybody else have some thoughts or some contributions to this conversation? Because I saw a lot of eyes go up. I saw a lot of nods on the head. Anybody want to grab the mic and share any of their thoughts and contribute to the space this morning? And don't let it just be the people that always talk. Maria, let's hear from you.
Can you hear me okay? I'm in my car heading to Oakland.
Loud and clear.
Awesome. So yesterday I was on my Peloton treadmill, getting my workout on, and I heard something and it stuck with me. And what she said was, everybody wants transformation, but nobody wants to change.
Nice.
And I was like, oh, Oh, snap. Okay. Because we do, right? We all want the more money, but that also requires us to change whatever it is that we're doing to obtain that money or become a better person. I mean, if that's one of your transformational goals, I want to stop drinking so that I can spend more time with my family and become healthier, but no one's willing to make that change. And it may be starting with something small, but it just really sat with me this weekend. And then of course, coming off of or concluding database boot camp, I keep thinking, I want to transform my business, but it's also going to require me to change a few things in my business, as well as change some things within myself. Like, why am I doing or not doing a certain behavior? Where does that come from? And I think that we have to, I'll speak for myself. I have to stop sitting in, beating up myself instead of doing that, but more looking at inward and say, what is holding me back from becoming better, greater, or what have you? And I know I do well. I know I'm a good person and I know all those wonderful things. But why am I not doing a certain behavior to take my business to the next level? And then just figure that out. Maybe hire a coach and have them look at you from the outside in and say, hey, this is what you need to change, or do this differently, or say this differently, or whatever the case may be. But that had me fired up yesterday, because I was like, okay, I'm driving to Oakland, an hour and 45 minutes so that I can be in the room with greatness to transform my business.
And we're in the room of greatness because you're here as well. And right, like a lot of us are still working towards where we want to go in this business, and it's never stopped, and it shouldn't be. It shouldn't stop, right? This is about constant evolution. And so Maria, I'm really, really glad that you shared. Nicole, you're on the road. Let's check your audio. You had something you want to contribute.
I'm just asking what's going on in Oakland, because I keep hearing everybody saying, are you going to Oakland? I'm on my way to Oakland. What's going on in Oakland?
We have boot camp going on today. It's the last session of our database boot camp. So if you're in database boot camp, come to Oakland today.
Okay, thank you.
All right, cool, awesome. Now, I want to turn it back over to you guys to go back to our questions from Friday. And I hope Aaron Grace is on the call. I would love to hear from you. So I asked you guys a series of questions on Friday. How many people sat down and actually wrote those questions and then started answering those questions? Please raise your hand if you answered those questions. Okay, cool. Who would like to share some of those answers? Because I think this is powerful, and I think we can all learn and grow together from this exercise. Who wants to share any of their answers that they had from Friday? Going once, going twice. All right, cool. Aaron Grace, are you there? I saw Aaron chime in. All right, cool. We'll keep cruising on. Adrian, did you want to share yours?
I'm here.
All right, cool. Aaron, to share your answers from Friday.
Yes, hold one quick second. Okay, so the answers, what I was most proud of in the last 90 days was buying a home, proud of my weight loss, and I'm proud of the relationship that I have with my children. And the last one was proud of the $1 million, not listing, but the $1 million contract that I just closed.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now, kind of walk me through what your plan is for the next 90 days, right? As we're looking on the horizon, the New Year's is close. What is your plan to reach your goals from now until the end of the year? Aaron, that's you. Aaron, you're muted.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so what I'm willing to do, what my plan is I'm committed to host 6 open houses a month now until the end of the year. Wake up earlier, continue to work on my health, work on my database daily, which the boot camp has helped me. And that's my plan there.
Perfect. Love it. Love it. You guys, who else wants to walk me through their plan? Who wrote their plan out for the next 3 months? I want you guys to share on this call today so we can all support and help each other. Who wants to grab the mic and share with me what their plan is for the next 30 days, or excuse me, the next 90 days?
I'll share real quick.
Let's go.
So good morning, guys. So I'm super excited because I have that that content day with Neil coming up in October. So I'm going to Reno and I'm gonna film some videos and take some pictures for my website. Right now, I'm just really working on my branding, just being omnipresent. So I went ahead and got my, you know, those dividers that are in Lucky's at every checkout counter. So I got dividers made for $5,000 for the entire year. And it's going to be in those check stands at Lucky's where I go shopping. So I've been doing that. And then also I finally hired a VA. Well, I had a VA in the past. I've had one in the Philippines, but I just hired another one again, and just have to train them to do all my back end stuff. And I just noticed that I'm only going to do 12 if I do it alone. But if I want to scale my business, I need a VA to do all that work for me that I shouldn't be doing. And I need to rely on the team to work my deals with me. So
what's
again,
what's the production number from now until the end of the year? What is your plan like for deals?
I want to close 10.
10. Okay, cool. Awesome. What else is a part of your plan?
Getting my systems in place, you know, just I have to get my systems in place so that I can run my business when I'm sleeping, when I'm on vacation, so that means more videos, putting it on every single channel that's out there, using my VA to upload those videos. Because I used to do that in the morning, like at 4 o'clock in the morning, you know, I would post my video and then put it on TikTok, and it's so much freaking work. So I'm just trying to utilize, just leverage.
Love this, love this. Here's the thing, you guys, like, I think that we talked about this on Friday, but it's super, super important. We're going to do a business planning clinic in November, and we're going to have that at multiple locations, Southern California, Northern California as well. But what I want you guys to do is just be crystal clear on what you're going to be doing for just the next 3 months, right? Like, start unpacking this now. What are the things you need to do? What is the plan? What are the habits? Like, what am I committed to doing for the next 3 months to really give yourself that momentum as you go into the new year? It shouldn't take a new year to get your business in alignment, right? Sometimes we wait for the new year to say, oh, it's a new year, new me. Like, I just think that this is a constant choice, and this is a lifestyle choice. You guys are all running a multi-million-dollar business. Close a couple deals, you're running a multi-million-dollar business. So the systems, the procedures, the habits, and then being able to forecast. Right now, by a show of hands, if you've been in this game for a little while, you have some type of leads. Right now, how many people can tell me what they're forecasting for business in the next 3 months in regards to volume and in regards to commission earned? How many of you can actually forecast a number based on the leads that you have in your system right now? Please raise your hand or give me an emoji on the screen if you can forecast the amount of business. Now, I'm not saying that that's a definitive. That is a forecast based on what you have. Damian is the only person on this whole entire screen that said that he can forecast his business. That's a challenge, you guys. Okay, we got a couple more people. Adrian, Will chimed in. Here's what you guys can do. In the deals portion, if you're in boot camp, we're covering this. Right now, you can put all of your deals, all of your leads, obviously should be in Follow Up Boss. In the deals portion of Follow Up Boss, you can start tracking your business to say, okay, I have X amount of leads that I have in my system. 5 of those leads are actually showing homes. 4 of those homes are actually writing. Based on what they're writing at this number, I should be able to forecast a total volume of about $6.5 million over the next 3 months. If I was to close $6.5 million of production based on a 2.5% commission, based on a 75-25 split, wherever you're at, this is what I could potentially make over the course of the next 3 months. Every business, every corporation is constantly looking at quarters ahead so they can really, really see what can I potentially produce. Now, if you look at that number and your forecast is way low, you're like, I can't even pay my bills on that money. Then what do you have to do? Then you have to up your activities. You have to up the things that you're doing in order to get in front of consumers. So you should be able to look at your business and truly, truly focus and forecast where you're going. That way it gives you more of a compass and then more of a true north. Now, based on the plan, who else wants to share their plan with the rest of the group for the next 3 months? I know somebody has it. And if you don't have the plan, we can rehash that conversation from Friday. But who wants to share their plan from Friday, what they're going to achieve and what they're committed to accomplishing in the next 3 months? Who wants to share? You guys are being way too quiet. I'm just going to call on somebody. Arlene, let's hear from you. You're muted.
All right, sorry about that. All right, so my skill assessments, the thing that I'm still stuck in the mud and I'm going to work on this really hard within the last 3 months is videos and editing and getting out there so it doesn't look like shit. And I know we've had this conversation before. And so my goal is to really start to dive into that and see how I can make that work for me and present content that people that are interested in looking at. And then also I'm committing myself, I'm coming back to California next week, and I am committing myself to do 4 open houses a week. So the weekends and 2 or 3 during the week. So that's my commitment to myself so that I can get more clients in my database.
So you're talking about doing 16 open houses per month from now until the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, I will absolutely love that. And Arlene, stop thinking about the videos. Here's what I want you to do. Just very, very simple. Who do you want your videos to reach? Who's your target demographic or your avatar as a client? Who is that person? Is it someone in Washington? Is it someone in California? Who is that?
Actually, it's both, but my demographic age is the seniors, those that are going to retiring and that are moving out. And another one of my goals is to get my seniors designation too.
All right, so why not make a video about top things that seniors need to know when they're thinking about retiring, selling off assets and things like that? Create that video. Hey, if you're thinking about retiring, if you're age 55 or older, here's some things that you need to know about the home buying process, right? Say you're 55 years or older and you have equity in home, but just don't know what to do and what the next stage is for you. Here's 5 top communities within Washington and Southern California or wherever you are that are the premier places for people to go that are 55 years of age or older. Here's A community, here's B community, here's C community, here's the D community, right? Now you're speaking to the audience where you feel you're going to have influence. It's that easy. Don't worry about all the editing right now. Don't worry about all of that right now. Just go out there and talk and provide value. And don't worry about anything else right now. Target your content based on who you want that audience to be, and then just make that content. It's really, really that simple, and stop overthinking it. Stop overthinking it. Get out of your head and just say, you know what?
Yeah.
Create something, right? What is one thing that somebody, if my mom is retiring and wants to sell off an asset, what's the one thing that she should know?
How to save on taxes.
Cool. And what proposition passed last year that protected California residents with new tax increases in this last year?
Was that 19?
Proposition 19. And what does Proposition 19 say?
That I don't recall.
All right. So who wants to tell her what Proposition 19 is? Joellen, you lit up when I said Proposition 19. You want to share what that is?
Basically, they can transfer their tax when they get ready to move, especially if they're going to move by a family member. And you can do it, I think, 1 time.
So you meaning that they can take advantage of the tax rate that they had?
That they currently have on their home. Yeah, and
Okay.
transfer it to a new property.
Yeah.
And I have a background in agent space, and I can help teach content on how to help seniors transition from home to communities. And also, just so you guys all know, that assisted living and memory care communities will pay up to 1.5% of the move-in rate. So I have a huge background on that, and I'm already going to collaborate with Gurdeep on that. So if you need help, let me know.
Awesome. That would be great.
Hold on. Dan Sundberg, are you on the call, bro? Can somebody help me out? I have a delivery at the gate. Aaliyah, do you think you can help me out, or somebody can help me out really quick, please and thank you? We have breakfast here. Sorry. So Arlene, good stuff. I had some other contributions, Adrian, and then we'll go to Colette.
Oh, I was just going to say for Prop 19, 55 and over, if you're 55 and over, you can move your property taxes anywhere in California up to 3 times. So if it's $1 million and under, it's the same taxes. But if it's over $1 million, then you're taxed on that portion over $1 million.
So
It's really good content for seniors, definitely.
Check this out, Arlene. I don't want to spend too much more time on this, but Ernesta said, I made that video last year, Prop 19, have helped 3 clients with it. Colette, you had a contribution. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, no, I think some of it just got said on Prop 19. But yeah, it's up to 3 times, and they merged the tax basis based on what it was before on the previous home with the new home, and then they merged that together to find the tax rate. So it's significant savings, especially if you buy a more expensive home. But yeah.
Well, the point being, Arlene, if you know something about this industry, because obviously it sounds like it's something that you are passionate about, then just speak about the things that you know, and then you'll grow. But don't get stuck in the thinking, right? So many of us, let's just be honest, how many of you have ever been stuck in thinking and then never actually took action, right? So it's like, hey, here's the thing, Arlene, if the first couple of videos are a little bit clunky, it's all right, right? You'll get better at it. But if you sit and think too much and you never create, how do you know that you actually are creating something that people are going to seem valuable, right? So just get out there and create, have some fun with it. Don't overthink it. And I promise you, it will just get better and better and better at time. Hector, you had your hand up, bro, and then I'm going to go over to Sakia as we come to the tail end of coaching. So Hector, let's hear from you.
Hey, good morning, everyone from SoCal. Great to be on here again. I was just out last week, but just wanted to contribute to the fact of, creating videos and not thinking about it. I've been on this path now for the last 3-4 months. That's part of my 90-day here, also going into the end of the year. And I got to tell you, sometimes you think, man, who's going to think about this video? Who's gonna like it? Who's gonna maybe take value out of it? But inevitably someone does. Whenever you're out, I've had situations where I'm out with friends, family, and other clients, and they'll tell me like, hey man, that video you did was spot on. I needed that information. Or before you know it, someone's gonna pick up on something you said, and that's really what you're making the videos for. So I was guilty like everyone else in terms of feeling insecure and what do I talk about or what do I record, and that was halting me, paralyzing me really to take action. And I just had to get over that mindset and just do it, just record and put it out there. Whether you like it or not, that's not important. What's important is that you get what your knowledge in terms of what you know about the business, about helping someone, about the transaction, about someone's journey. Just put it out there and it's going to resonate with someone. So that's my contribution. Hope you guys have a powerful week, and we'll see you next Wednesday again.
Yeah, I appreciate you. It's Monday, but appreciate you, Hector. Sakia, I want to hear from you now that you're back home. For the people that didn't hear, let's talk a little bit about perseverance, Sakia. Tell everyone how long you've been in this game, the things that you've done, and how you're able to keep your head in the game and actually get your client into contract. So I wanted to hear from you because I think that's a really powerful story about perseverance. So let's hear from you.
It is all about perseverance, and everything that you were saying, how you were just like, you just got to do it. You got to show up. You can't make excuses. And you don't just want to be a millionaire. You want to be a good person. And what I could say in the beginning of real estate, I just got licensed at the beginning of this year and joined the team. The biggest takeaway was that in the beginning, I just wanted to be competitive. Real estate changed me and made me become a better person. I'm telling you, like I came through the team to Roxanne. Everybody know how bubbly Roxanne is. Hey girl, hey honey. The first time I met Kenny, we was in the office. It was Eric's King appreciation client party. He like, fuck yeah, get some food, have some drinks. Everybody like, yeah. I went to Donna's event. She's so calm and so like, she's so like, she's just so like, she's so powerful though. She's so soft-spoken. I met Will like, hey girl, like spinning me around. I'm looking at his shoes. He looking at my outfit. I'm like, oh, you shy. I meet the glam agent. She's like, yeah, you just got to get everything done. Like this business is, I'm like, oh my God, these people are so cool. I meet you and like, I meet Maria. And it just was like, everybody kept saying like, oh, you're so nice. You're so nice. I came home and I was just like, who the fuck is they talking about nice? I'm not nice. And I was like, really had a breakthrough. When I say mental breakthrough, like cried, like,
oh my God, read the books, went to the last boot camp, read the book Atomic Habits, realized that just growing up, coming from Richmond, everybody called me mean. So I adapted to being mean. Like, Sakia don't take no shit. Like, so I'm thinking I'm mean. Then I come around y'all all like, oh my God, you're so nice. And it's like, oh my God, I really am nice. And so then after I just had that breakthrough with like, you're not mean, you're really nice. You just protect yourself in your environment. You're a product of your environment. And then it's just coming to coaching calls and just persevering. And it's like, I'm really a nice person. And I pride myself on not out like, they be like, oh my God, you must do good with real estate. You live wealthy off real estate, just looking like, you know, I dress nice, I keep myself together. I'd be like, hell no, I'm getting my ass kicked. And they be like, huh? Real estate ain't got me none of this, my cars, nothing. I ain't sold a goddamn house. And you know, I reach out to my spirit, I do my 50 touches, I do everything that you say, and I don't make no excuses. And you be talking to me sometimes like, you don't make videos. I'm like, I'm a private person, I don't do that stuff. Like, they gonna come and attack me if I do that. Man, I was on the call crying. I was on the call crying and laughing. Like, I just be me now and I listen to everything y'all say. And the most important part, it's not about the commission. Like, I have clients, I got OJ referral, I got like 100 leads, and they all lease clients. And I still call them, I follow up with them. And they like, one lady I remember was so impressionable. She was like, I'm not buying no house right now. My husband in the hospital for heart failure. It hit me because my father died from heart failure. I'm like, I'm not trying to have you buy a car. That's really who I am. I want to be a better person. Every day I strive to be a genuine, good person at heart. I was like, I don't expect for you to buy a house. I really care about you. I'm praying for you and your family. And she was like, oh my God, we need more people like you. I thought you just wanted to be a real estate agent. So when Joanne said that, like Joellen was speaking, I'm like, for real, it's not about the commission. I really want to be a good person. Every day I make the steps to be a better person, commission or not. And real estate gives me that platform to reach other people, to help other people. A lot of my clients be like, you're God-given, like we need more people like you. Like, they didn't went off and got apartments, you know. And I remember when I had COVID, I had clients like ditch me. I had COVID 2 days long, 2 days after like just being able to get up, went to show my client a house. He shook me, went with another agent. I'm talking about, I'm sitting in my car, like me and my daughter just got over COVID, and I'm still showing houses. It's a holiday, everybody at the house barbecuing. I get up, I gotta go show a client a house. He ditched me too. Like, so it was just like, man, I'm getting my ass kicked. And then all my family like, you got it, you work every day, you work hard. I'm like, well, what the fuck am I doing wrong? It's like, it ain't about that. And I had to remind myself when I come to these coaching calls, it's about you being a better person to get. That's the reward. That's what it's not about the commission. You want to be a better person. Wow. And I just keep going to be a better person, not the commission. It makes me feel more humble that I have a platform who let me reach so many people that I don't know.
Wow. Like, I have on my notes here, like, I get to, right? And like, look at that. Look at, she changed her mindset. She got her ass kicked. She stood back up. She still was consistent, got in contract on Saturday. So let's just send Sakia love, light. You are nice.
Now I know Atomic Habits.
I absolutely love this conversation. So you guys, thank you for all your contributions. And I want to go full circle right now. And I want you guys to remember and ask yourself, do you want to be Superman? Do you want to be Superwoman? And are you Superwoman in your life? Are you Superwoman to your kids? Are you Superman to your wife and to your significant? Like, don't just be a Superman out in business, and don't be a Superman out in business and Clark Kent at home, right? Be a Superman in everything that you're doing in your life. And so I love this conversation today. I'm going to go around the room, get a couple key takeaways. Let's go over to Griselda. Griselda, I want to hear from you. Darius, I'm going to come to you. And then Moss and Vanessa, I'm going to go to you guys last. So Griselda, let's hear from you. Key takeaways from today's session.
Good morning, everyone. Happy
Good morning.
Monday. Key takeaway. I think it's just going back to the internal goals. That really, it really like, hit me, because it's true. We focus on all the external stuff. And so if you just focus on being that better person within, people see that, they gravitate towards that. And then if people see that you're genuine and you're really looking out for them, they can feel it. And if you're just going out for the commission, they can feel that too. So I love that. Thank you for sharing and reminding us of that.
Yeah, it's like, I've seen the biggest ballers pull up in a car that they've had for 15 years, right? Because they're balling on integrity, they're balling on gratitude, they're balling on virtue, and they're out there serving the community. So I absolutely love that, Griselda. Let's go over to you, Darius Moore. I want to hear from you, key takeaways from today, and then I'm going to have Moss and Vanessa take us off the field today. So Darius, let's hear from you, bro. Key takeaways from today's session.
You can hear me all right?
Yep, loud and clear.
Yeah, first one is the same as her pretty much, is that you got to escape. Well, you know, in my position, it's easy to get attached to the money. Just a little 19-year-old kid, never closed a deal, never really had any other jobs besides Amazon for a couple months. Money sounds nice, but I was just talking about this with Dan too, is that when you start to escape the money side of it, and it's more so an emotional feeling, it's more enjoyable. Like the job is more enjoyable, so you feel more fulfilled. So that was important to me. That was a key takeaway, especially hearing Sakia say it. And also just not quitting. Also got that from Sakia, because she just never stopped. She kept going. So that's important. I'm gonna try and keep doing that. I've been doing my thing this past month because boot camp kind of motivated me to get my structure. So I've had it. I've been pushing it. I'm just gonna keep pushing it.
Man, I don't know where you guys were at when you were 19, but I had a fake ID and I was trying to get into bars and not living my best life. So, you know, huge shout out to you, Darius, and what you're accomplishing at such a young age. Let's go to Vanessa and Moss. The only reason I know that's a quiet car. So let's hear from you guys, contributions, takeaways from today, and then have you take us off the field.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
I just want to say, Sakia, you are hella nice, and I totally get where you're coming from. Growing up in Oakland, we're just, you know, sheltering our feelings, and we definitely keep a lot to ourselves. But at this point, we shouldn't give a fuck anymore, and show the world what we got. So I think my biggest takeaway for today is keep continuing to fail forward, and keep working until it works, like Demia said.
Yeah, especially, I just feel like in this game, having the right mindset is just, you know, keep us doing our business, you know, like stop thinking about competition. And this is what I told myself too.
Yep. Fall in love with the process. And definitely that's something me and Moss has, you know, pretty much did. Commission money, I don't know if it's coming, how close it is, but all we know is we're going to keep doing it.
Yes.
I love this. I love this. So you guys, here's my parting words to each and every one of you on this call today. Go out there and get the shit kicked out of you like Sakia's got the shit kicked out of her, because that says that she is trying her ass off, because you're going to get your ass kicked in this business. But what you're going to do is you're going to learn how to counter. You're going to learn how to make moves. You're going to learn how to get your ass kicked less. So Sakia, thank you. And thank you for everyone else that has contributed to the space today. As always, keep it moving toward your dreams, goals, and vision. And I am more grateful for you guys than you will ever know. So looking forward to seeing everybody for coming to boot camp. Also looking forward to seeing people for our Q3 Zillow Flex meeting. So I am ready, excited about the day, and full of tremendous levels of energy. So have a wonderful, wonderful day. Congratulations to you all, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Peace.
Thank you.